Hey, what's up, guys? I'm back with another motherfucking Baddies review for the Caribbean or whatever. And I haven't done one of these in like for 3 episodes. And it's just like really exhausting to do an episode after another, especially when they don't really finish the story that they're of that episode. Like it always lives in a cliffhanger. And then the next episode they like show the fight, but like not really. Like it's just like really they really are dragging this season to the T. They're gonna do whatever they want to do, but at the end of the day, it's really exhausting having to like watch an episode and then like the whole episode is just him talking about what happened last episode, and then at the end there's like a fight, but it ends up in a cliffhanger. Like it is just so exhausting at this point. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna make like one video of all 3 episodes that I have not been doing, that I have not done these past couple of weeks. So let's just get started. So basically, the episode where I last left off Dawn starts off with Asian Doll and Mariah fighting or whatever, and Mariah is like trying to fight more. She's trying to like still fight her, even though she kind of lost like all those rounds. Like I'm not gonna lie, she kind of did give her all. She gave her a couple of good punches, but at the end of the day, she did get her ass whopped. Like she had like an eye scratch, and I feel bad for her because every single time she gets into a fight with someone, like she always ends up with a gouged eye or a black eye or something. It's just not it with her. Like she just needs to stop being on Baddies or anything fighting related, because she's gonna end up being blind. Like my girl Sarah when she got her shit gouged on Bad Girls Club. Her being Pirates of the Caribbean. Go like round after round, and Mariah's still getting her ass whooped. And so they finally stop. Mariah like is really eager. She wants more. She wants more. But then simultaneously, everyone just starts turning on Bianca, and I'm kind of confused because I'm like, okay, I know Bianca. I know Bianca and Mariah had that conversation where she didn't want her to jump in or she didn't want her to help her out. And also, I don't think Bianca should even be jumping in for Mariah, considering what happened with Sapphire. I, as a friend, would not fight again for someone who just told me, you know what, you shouldn't have fought her. The beef is done, it's squashed. Especially when Mariah and Asian ended up squashing the beef that same day. Like I just can't do that. Like I can't be the type of person that will fight somebody and then get cool with them that same day. That's too hood. That's too like gangsterish for me. Like I'm not a gangster. I'm not a G like that. Like I can't be shaking hands with someone after I fought. Like we're gonna have to have a couple of like weeks or months for me to be like, you know what, I don't care about you no more like that. And you know what I'm saying? So the fact that they even squashed the beef after and everyone's still kind of coming at Bianca, like that was really weird. And it was crazy because everyone simultaneously turned on Bianca. I feel like they try to use her as a storyline. I feel like the only thing Bianca kind of was like being messy with is telling Asian Doll that Mariah was gonna sneak her. Like you shouldn't be telling your friend's enemy what their next move is. You should just let Mariah sneak her if that was the case. So I thought that was kind of weird on Bianca, but that was the only thing that, you know, Bianca was kind of messy with. Other than that, I don't think anyone had the right to kind of come at Bianca like that. It's just, and I was right there. Like if I was there with them, I was kind of picturing in my head, like if I was there, like I would have like stand next to Bianca and like let her know, girl, I got your back. Cause I really felt bad how everyone was like not allowing her to um like leave. Like she kind of like left everybody out. Like she kind of just stood by the motorcycles, and everyone was like talking about her. Like I would have been like, damn, like really, like okay, like I would have shut myself down too. I definitely didn't think that Bianca was in the wrong whatsoever, other than a little ick. But that was easily resolvable. I don't know why. And then Biggie's annoying. This is why I don't like Biggie, because I feel like Biggie is really the type of person that would try to do anything to be liked by the collective. Like she would be like, hey guys, like I'm also bullying her too, like haha, like me too, like you know, like she's that kind of person that would like is looking for approval constantly, specifically from Natalie. And obviously since everyone's up Natalie, that's just gonna also seek approval from everyone else, even though she is the OG. Like she shouldn't be acting like that. She should be like kind of like, no guys, like I got bullied too, it's not cute, like I'm not gonna let her get bullied. Like I feel like if out of everyone, Biggie should be the one to be like behind Bianca. But the fact that she was like, oh, so what's going on, Bianca? Like, why are you over here? Like, go confront them. Like, no, Bianca was like, no, I don't know y'all. Like, don't talk to me. Like, I don't fuck with y'all. I don't like, don't talk to me. Don't talk to me. Like, that was funny. Bianca, she was already, she was over it, and I would have been too. And I'm glad she ended up leaving. But what really pissed me off is that Diamond ended up sneaking her, and with the beef had nothing to do with her at all. That lost a lot of cool points for me. Diamond was really one of those bitches that I really liked next to Bianca. So I was like, what the hell? Like, why are you doing that? I don't know. That had nothing to do with Bianca. Like, I mean, that had nothing to do with Diamond. So I was kind of like, girl, sit down. Like, go freaking ride around that motorcycle a little bit more. Like, you, like, I don't know what the air did to her or whatever. Everyone's talking about the situation, and they're like kind of walking around. I don't really remember much of this conversation. I know Tiseki had also had an issue with Diamond sneaking Bianca, so I really wonder if she's gonna ever confront her, because I know they've been having a lot of like back and forth drama on social media. So I really hope that Tiseki fights Diamond. That would be a really interesting fight. Like, that would be interesting because I feel Diamond got hands too, but I know Tiseki is more of like an aggressive fighter. So I really want to see this fight. Jayla asked Diamond if she feels like she's like a baddie, or she feels like she's got baddie behavior. And Diamond, I mean, Slim or whatever, she's like, yes, like, I'm a bad bitch, like, I got it for sure. And it kind of like, I thought Diamond, oh my god, I keep calling her Diamond. I think Slim is very boring. She doesn't really give off anything. Her and Dia are both very like just in the background. They don't really do much. They don't start shit. They don't get themselves. They don't talk while there's everyone there. Like, they're just kind of like in the background, letting everyone just do their thing. And yeah, I feel like Diamond, Slim. See, this is how you know I don't know Slim, because I keep calling her Diamond, because Diamond is really giving off like main character vibes. So is Tinka, even though I don't like Tinka like that. It was very hilarious when Jayla was like, "Oh, that's good for you, girl. Like, you're getting kicked out next." And on the next episode, everyone basically talking about Slim's boring, Dia is boring. But honestly, I don't really like Dia, but I feel like she should have honestly stayed, because she actually kind of gave off more character than Slim. I feel like Slim and Gretchen, because no one liked her in majority roles, you know. I feel like Gretchen and what's her name, Slim should have definitely left. But Dia, even though I don't like her, I feel like I should still give her the respect that she was more relevant and she was more interesting. Like, I wanted to see her evolve. I wanted to see something. Like, I really wanted to see something with her, you know. Maybe that's why she's getting sent home, because she wasn't really giving it 100%, maybe like 75%, but it was never 100%. Like, oh my gosh, you know. So definitely the next episode, they're like kicking her out, kicking both of them out, and Slim out of nowhere is like, who's doing that? Like, who's sending me home? Who's sending me home? And basically everyone's kind of like, we're all sending you home. Like, sweetheart, it's not just one person, it's all of us. And out of nowhere, she just brought that bad side out of her. Like, she just brought that like that's when she brought her baddie side. And I'm just kind of like, girl, like, it's done and over with. Like, just go home. Just take your L and go home. But she ends up sneaking Diamond when she's up there, and Diamond has just barely gotten her hair done. She looked cute with a cute little outfit, but she had her to get her titties popped out, which was, I just felt bad for Diamond. But she got her leg back like 3 more times, and she really mopped Slim. Really, she really got mopped so bad. Like, 3 times she got slammed into the freaking bar counter. And even when she snuck Diamond, I felt like she still kind of lost the fight there. So I'm like, Slim, just give her a rest, girl. Like, she's really pretty, and I really like her, you know, LGBTQ rainbow look. That was really cute on her. She's a really pretty person, but she just was not given this season, and I'm really glad that she left. Dia, girl, you should have found Biggie, and maybe you probably would have gotten like a place back in or something. I don't know. This kind of gave Bad Girls Club. This is probably the only episode that really gave off Bad Girls Club vibes. It was like eviction day, and they were kind of getting voted off. Like, it gave off like Survivor mixed with Bad Girls Club, and this was actually pretty interesting. I'm not gonna lie, like, I know I'm here judging this show, and I've learned that I really like hate watching this show. Like, I can't stand most of those bitches, and I was actually kind of like, okay, like, this episode was interesting. Not the one where everyone was turning on Bianca. I thought that was kind of bullshit. But I like this other episode where they were evicting Slim 2 Baddie out, and she was just not having it. But she ended up taking the L at the end of the day. She tried, but it just didn't work out in her favor. But I thought it was so funny how now it was like, well, you want to win. I mean, you got your ass beat, you're going home, but you still want to come to the club with us. It's this episode. I just watched it literally right now, so everything's fresh into my head. So basically, it starts off with uh Dia and Slim are on the show, and they're like kind of being like, oh well, I wish like they were to give us one more chance because I have so much to talk about. And oh my god, y'all been filming for like I'm knowing Zeus for like 3 weeks, so y'all were already here for like a week and a half. Like, girl, you had more than enough time to start opening up, start making yourself relevant. Slim, I'm sorry, you probably had a really interesting story, but I think it was best for you to go home. Like, I don't think you really had much more after that. But I do think that this show is very unstructured because how are you guys gonna bring replacements and also bring the OGs and then also kind of have them kind of fight, also kind of make the replacements fight with the new girls to get into the house, but then remove the girls when you want the replacements to come back in and have the replacements be have the replacements be like in another house, and then have them come in and kick the two girls out for no reason. Like that was just very unstructured. Like, they need to start learning how to structure the show. When do the replacements even come? They didn't even come on this episode. Like, when are they gonna be on this? Like you could just tell this is being dragged so much. Like, I heard that according to Diamond's Live, I heard that they're gonna be having this show go on until October. That's still 3 months from now, and this aired in May. Have the little exit or whatever, and that shit was quick because they weren't really that iconic because those were some short ass exit interviews. Like, they only showed like 3 clips of them twerking and 2 clips of them fighting, and that's it. Like, what? Like, that was so short. It wasn't even like a memorable exit where you're like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna miss it. And like, no, girl. Like, I was gonna like, okay, on to the next. Anna fights what's her name? Anna fights Mariah's mom. But what I'm noticing on this episode that they're kind of giving Anna the villain look, like the bad guy on this whole situation. But if you really think about it, Mariah's mom came up to how even Mariah explained it too. You know, Mariah's mom had gone up to Anna like on some talking shit type of shit. And Anna said that she was trying to walk away from it. She was trying to avoid the situation. But it seems like Homegirl was just kind of like, no, like, we're going to fight and like whatever. And Anna wanted to walk away a couple of times. And I guess this bitch kept attacking her 4 times. 4 times specifically, I guess, according to Anna. But I don't care who you are. Like, if your mom's trying to fight me, or your mom or your dad, your grandma, your sister, your unborn child, like, whoever, your dog at this point, like, if he's trying to bite me, like, I'm gonna tell you, get him away or get your mom away. I'm gonna try to avoid it because that's someone's mom at the end of the day. Yeah, cool, whatever, right? But what I don't like is how they're trying to make it seem like, oh well, it's her mom, you shouldn't be doing that. Like, no, sis, if anybody's coming at me, you're gonna defend yourself. And especially because the mom hit her first, and I think Anna just got her like a face reconstruction or something going on with her face that she can't fight. So the fact that her mom just, broke those banners, like, hell yeah, I would have whooped her mom too. So I'm definitely on Anna's side between Mariah and Anna. It seems like it seems like Mariah is just being corny at this point. And why are you bringing your mom on Baddies? Like, what the this isn't the freaking Real Housewives of Puerto Rico. Like, no. That Mariah's mom was Puerto Rican, but she's white. So I'm kind of like, okay, so why is she saying the N-word and Gretchen's getting all this bullying, but she's also kind of white too? So I'm kind of like, that's none of my business. I really hope Mariah gets the Gretchen treatment too, because that's not fair to Gretchen. Anna's probably like, oh well, now I have to fight Mariah. Like, I'm most likely thinking we're gonna have to fight, which if someone fights my mom, like, we're gonna fight. So like, I already know there's gonna be a fight coming up. I saw it on the trailer, and I feel like Anna won that fight, but we haven't gone there yet, so I'm not gonna say anything. But Mariah gets her ass beat every single time, and I've seen Anna take a couple of W's before. I mean, she's beat Scotty, and Scotty's a little bit thicker than Anna, so we'll have to see what happens. But yeah, that was just weird how the fight happened. Like, why are you bringing your mom onto Baddies? Don't bring your mom on Baddies. Like, that's not cute. To the house, they're picking their rooms or whatever. And it seems like Scotty's getting kind of like tough now. Like, it seems like they're all kind of like, So they're talking about who they want out next, and they're all kind of obviously targeting Gretchen. And I'm like, oh my gosh, like, still, like, at this point, like, Gretchen already apologized. Gretchen's, and obviously, yeah, everything's already done with. And obviously, I feel like if I was Gretchen, I would definitely feel like really distant, especially because everyone just jumped me. I wouldn't be trusting nobody. Like, honestly, I feel like it's definitely best for Gretchen to go home because she's not making any friendships with anybody. She keeps fighting. They all keep still targeting her. They're all still coming at her for no reason. So I feel like definitely it's best for Gretchen to go home. Even though I really do like Gretchen, I feel like she has been standing on her 2 feet from the minute she's got in from to Baddies. So, but I definitely feel like at this time it's already time for her to go home. Like, there's no reason for her to be there anymore. So, they're basically all kind of hyping Scotty to kind of be the one to kind of evict her, to kind of be the one to like send her home. And of course, Scotty, it does not have balls without anyone behind her. Y'all seen this last season with what's her name? I forgot what's her name. The really squeaky girl. I forgot. T. The same thing happened with T. T was coming at her in the bus, and she didn't pop off until they got to the house on the next episode or whatever. So, like I said, Scotty only has balls when she has people behind her be like, yes, go, bitch, because now they don't want to do it. Scotty, that's why I didn't really care for about you this season. Like, you were just another baddie to me. Like, you're not someone who I'm like, oh my gosh, yes. So they put the next scene, and it's Callie and Gretchen talking, whatever. And I don't know, this scene was kind of weird because, like I said, they're not giving us the details behind, even with the whole mom situation. Like, I would want to see what had happened with them. This is why, like, it's really important to film 24/7, even if just sleeping. Like, Bad Girls Club would do this. Like, Bad Girls Club got every glimpse of they can get, and they still had to delete a lot of things out. Just don't like how they're not putting details in there that were like to make it make sense. Like this whole Gretchen situation with Callie. Like, Callie said, "Oh well, they're telling me not to trust you." Who's telling you that? Like, who told you that? Like, and I'm sure someone did tell her that, but production is not putting in it. So y'all need to like prioritize your editing and like add things that need to be added instead of just making it look like a vlog. Like, okay, enough talking shit about the production. But anyways, so they're going back and forth, and Gretchen keeps saying the N word after she's told not to say the N word, and she's saying it to Callie, and Callie's like her only friend. And if I were Callie, yes, I would have felt offended if you keep calling me the N word, and you're telling them don't say it. Like, Callie was being too nice and is being too nice this whole time, and they're just like pushing each other and grabbing each other, and Callie's like, no, you better back up. Like, I'm from LA. Like, we're gonna be like, we're gonna fight if you keep pushing me. And yeah, Callie like keeps pushing her, and Gretchen keeps getting in her face, and Callie keeps like pushing her, and she punches her like 3 times, and Gretchen don't do shit. Gretchen is just like, she continues to just get in her face. She acts surprised every time she gets punched, and I'm like, Gretchen, fight her. Like, what are you doing? It was really boring, I'm not gonna lie, because they spent the whole episode just talking about the mom and Gretchen, and then finally Callie and her, and they're getting to this little scuttle. I don't think they're gonna fight next episode. I think they're just swinging and then they get separated real quick, like, oh, whatever. But then, you see Jayla versus Gretchen, Scotty versus Gretchen, Callie versus Jayla. Like, you see all kinds of people fighting. Rolly versus Gretchen. Like, everyone's always ganging up on Gretchen again. Like, and I see that Rolly grabs her, but then Gretchen kind of like ends up mopping her instead. Like, girl, I feel like Gretchen is a really good fighter, and people are underestimating her. Like, Rolly needs to stop. Like, who even invited you? You still got ET to fight in a couple episodes. Like, why are you trying to be a part of this other drama? Like, it got nothing to do with you. And like I said, this show is really about fighting a storyline. It's not really about being bad or kicking people out or anything. It's really about fighting a storyline, which is kind of annoying. But anyways, yeah, that's it for the review. We're dragging this season to the T. Like, I'm telling you, they're like fighting every little, like, they're trying not to cut any more pieces off this shit because they really want to like drag this shit on. Like, I've been realizing like one episode is like 50 minutes, one episode is like 40 minutes. Like, I'm like, girl, like, make it make sense. Like, y'all still had an extra 10 minutes to add that extra fight with Callie and Gretchen this episode, but I don't know who be approving of these episodes, y'all. I don't know who be like the last okay for these episodes to come out, and they'd be like, oh yeah, I did such a good job. Like, yes, this is me judging Baddies Caribbean.